This is an early morning video, so to be honest, it's probably not gonna be again lit like my other videos where I'm just like giving some personality. But I want to talk about tipping culture. I literally had to write a whole entire rhetorical analysis on tipping culture in America. Like earlier in the school year when I was actually in school. Now I'm not in school, but in like August, September, October, November, around that time. I don't know what day exactly, but around that time. And then I also watched Love on the Spectrum, and I'm watching clips on YouTube. And if you watch Love on the Spectrum, you'll see that Connor, and his mom and one of his brothers and his sister, I don't think he has another sister, were talking about tipping and how he only tips $5 and if they're required to tip. Now, there's some people in the comments saying like, well, I think his mom is like right, I guess, to an extent. I guess saying like, oh, that's crazy, be a decent human being. But there's some people in the comments, like there's one comment that said, let me see, where is it at? Basically, I can't find it, but okay. He said they I don't know, said Connor knows what's up. Like, I understand that their job doesn't pay them enough, but that's the business's fault, not mine. I'll tip what I can, and I agree with that statement because I literally wrote a whole rhetorical analysis on how businesses should up their pay and not it shouldn't be on the consumer. Like in the economy where on the economy where it's hard to find a job, people are making minimum wage, people aren't making as much money as they want to. My mom has been out of a job since November, and it's hard for her to find another job. Literally, since November, okay? It's hard to find a job for somebody who is as qualified as her and as non-qualified as me. Just to find like minimum wage jobs for me is hard. I've applied to so many places, and I have a job, but I'm trying to look for a job with more hours, which I got a job, but I ended up getting a freaking 9-to-5 job 5 days a week. I'm 18. I'm not doing that. So I'm trying to make my Dollar Tree job work. We'll figure that out today because I need more hours. I'm going on a trip in July. I need money. But anyway, I just feel like that is not consumers' fault. Like, and somebody replied, stay home. No, like if I have free will, I can do what I want to do, and I don't think I understand. Like, don't get me wrong. Will I ever be a server? Heck no. I'd rather get lynched than be a server. I'm never gonna be a server. That's crazy. Like, I don't like socializing with people. Like, the job I was gonna take is where I'd be sitting in a cubicle from 10 to 5 on the phone talking to people and things of that nature, and I would get bonuses, which seems cool. When I thought about it, I wouldn't be able to see my girlfriend. I wouldn't really be able to see anybody because she works on the weekends. I work on the weekdays. We only see each other on the week, and I go for 5. So it's like 4 hours of time. But anyway, like I was saying, I don't think it's the consumers' fault, or it's our responsibility to be like, okay, like if I'm going somewhere because I'm really craving this, or I really want to have a one-on-one or a one-person date, or like a solo date, or I just want to go eat, I shouldn't be hounded and ridiculed for how much I tip. Like, you'll either tip what I have in my pocket, or you'll get a tip. Like, honestly, before I knew what tipping was, but I didn't know what it was. Like, I just turned 18. I used to not tip at all because I didn't really understand. I understood, but I didn't understand because I was broke. But I was broke. Like, I was making 100. I was getting 100 a month off allowance. So whenever I want to go out to eat, I'm eating frugally. If I'm paying for my food, I'm not leaving a tip because I didn't have any money. Tip. So people need to understand that, because the job market is going down. Some people are getting paid minimum wage. Not everybody can tip, and I don't think that should equate to, oh, if you can't tip, don't go out and eat. No, because after a long day of work, yes, I want to go out and eat. Yes, I want to go out and eat after a long day of work. Sorry, yes, I do. And that's a prerogative, and that I can do. Now, if you get a $1 tip or a $1 million tip, depends on what the money is looking like in my bank account. If the money ain't looking right, no, you're gonna get some big, huge tip. And yes, I'm sorry that I'm eating in a restaurant that I'm paying for the food for. Like that's not. It should not be on servers. I mean, it should not be on customers to be paying servers bills. It really shouldn't, like, in the sense of like giving extra money on top of the food I already paid for, especially if you're in a higher end restaurant or a more expensive restaurant, or you're like, okay, I have a little bit of extra money and I really want to get this. I haven't been able to eat this kind of food in a long time. I want to go to this restaurant and get a tip. Or you could do what certain restaurants do. They take an automatic tip out on your food, which was kind of crazy, which I don't agree with that, to be honest. I don't agree with that, because at my birthday last year, I had 2 friends who kind of didn't have that much money and were paying for their own food, and then my food was taken care of though, so my food was taken care of. But paying for your own food and things like that, and they were like, wait a minute, like, I thought this was going to be $50, now it's like $70. Like, I don't, like, what's going on here? Because I don't think that should be fair, especially if you don't know what's in someone's bank account. That could be their last meal on earth. The last $50 in the bank account might be going towards a seafood boil, and that's the prerogative. Like, I don't like this negative, toxic tipping culture. If y'all need to riot on businesses paying more money. That's what needs to be done. That's when y'all need to be in an uproar about, not on what somebody else has in their pocket. Like, that's so irritating. Like, that's why I really don't even eat out at restaurants, because like nowadays I do have the money to tip, but like he said, I'm tipping $5. I'm spending 5, 6, 7, maybe 10. If you're really like that big, then maybe you might get a $10 tip out of me, if it's just me. But like, I don't like that. Like, I don't like that. Like, obviously his family seems, just based off their house and how many dogs they have, like they have a decent amount of money. So I understand why she's probably like, you want $5? Like, I understand that. But when you don't come from that and you don't live in that, $5 might be a lot to you. So I don't think you should sit up here and shame people for how much they decide to tip. Like, that's so ugh. Because if I remember correctly, I don't remember the exact question we were answering in the rhetorical analysis or whatever. Or I honestly don't remember. But I know that my stand was that tips are so inconsistent that we should not be the reliant. Like, service should not have to rely on tips and bend their morals. Because let's say I'm a server, I'm black, I have green hair, I have piercings on my ear, I have 7 piercings, 6 on my ears, 1 on my nose, and I encounter a conservative, racist Trump supporter who calls me an N-word and is making, or let's say they're not being that outright racist, but they're saying macroaggressive things to me that are supposed to rage bait me and tip me off. And now I'm having to sit here and smile and, hey guys, it's Ryan, because I'm trying to do whatever I can for that tip. And now I'm bending my morals just to get some money, like a prostitute. Now I'm bending my morals like a prostitute. I'm bending just to get some money. Like, ew. And another example or something I want to talk about is there's this black woman who she was married to a white man, and she overheard her server talking about, oh, black people don't tip a lot, and you know what she did? She didn't tip her at all. Because like sometimes servers be doing it to themselves. Like, they'll be so rude, but because of the societal pressure to tip, they'll be rude to you and still expect to get a tip. Like, come on now. It's 2025. Last year was 2024 and 2023 before that. No. Like, I don't know. But what's something that is crazy is how, like, every establishment come out a tip. Like, someone will just check you out and be like, oh, tip. All you do is scan my hand me a receipt in the bag, and no, I'm not tipping you. Why would I tip you for doing the job you're getting paid to do? You're not even a server. No, I'm not tipping you. Like, everybody want to tip nowadays, which I understand. Like, again, the economy is dookie. Jobs are hard to get. Whatever. I'm experiencing that. My mom's experienced that. People around me, kind of, well, not really, are experiencing that. So, yeah, the moral of my video is that I don't like how people are so aggressive when it comes to tipping. Like, I understand people want to make a livelihood serving, especially if that's the only job they can get, but don't be mad at somebody because they can't tip you a lot, and don't shame somebody because they cannot tip you a lot because they don't have the money to tip you. And no, they shouldn't stay home or don't eat out. If you can't tip, don't eat out. No, if I have enough money to pay for my food, that's how much money I'm going to bring with me, and that's how much money I'm going to use. If I have some extra over whatever left, I might leave that on the table for them. I might leave that on the table for them. Keyword on might. Keyword on might. And I don't think a tip should be expected. I think a tip should be earned. If you want to get extra money out of somebody, it shouldn't be an expectation because of how the tipping system and how society works and how businesses want to rely their service on tips as a form of pay. No, let's hold these people accountable. Let's hold these people accountable. Just like we're trying to hold Trump accountable and all these cancels on TikTok. Cancel. We need to hold these businesses who are paying $2 an hour to the servers. Okay. Bye, guys.